Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your August 2025 reading. We're going to get started by taking a look at what August has to offer you. Okay, so Spirit, what's in store for August for Taurus? Okay, we'll take those. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, and you got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay, you're being a little disillusioned about something going on in your external environment with this Knight of Cups in reverse. When the Knight of Cups is in reverse, he's a little too much in his head and has wishful thinking, but it's not grounded in reality, okay? You're a little bit too up in the clouds in August, okay? It seems to me like you're disillusioned about a tried and true routine. See, when it's upright, he's done the same thing over and over again with the pentacles, and he's placed them on the wall because it's worked for him in the past. But it's in reverse, so it's not working anymore. And for some reason, you're disillusioned to this old routine, maybe letting it go or restructuring it. And because of that, it's causing disharmony in your home space or wherever you deem a pleasurable space to be in. Okay? It just feels like there's a need for a restructure on how you go about things, okay? Because the regular routine is not serving you in August. Okay, but we'll go a little deeper. Let's take a deeper look. Spirit, what's one card that can solidify these three? Queen of Wands. There you are, Taurus. Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is more Taurus energy, but I see the bulls in the background here. So in this reading, it feels like it's something to do with you. Yes, and Tauruses are, they are fixed signs, so change to them is difficult. It can be, because you like to feel grounded and you like to familiarity around you, okay? What you're used to is where you thrive. So when things aren't working in the routine anymore and you have to change it up a bit, maybe get some fresh approach to it, it can be very disturbing for the bull, okay? And you can be very stubborn about change. And that doesn't just go for Taurus, but generally speaking, with fixed signs, and for yours in particular, Taurus, change, you can do it, but you have to have a slower approach to letting little changes into your life. But you will feel it in August anyway, that things need to change, because you thrive in a pleasurable environment, surrounded with beauty and people you love and good food. So something has to change is what's the overall feel for August. All right, but let's take a look at your blessings. Okay, Queen of Cups is coming in. Okay, you are protected through this. As I'm looking at this card, I feel like Spirit is saying, you are this cup here, and this is Spirit looking at you and protecting you through this change, okay? I'm not sure what this change is, but it feels like it's very difficult. But it's a must. You must address this in August, okay? But you are protected and cared for through this transition, okay? And you also got the Magician here. You will be able to do this, Taurus. I'm looking at the Queen of Wands and the Magician, and they feel very connected in this reading as to, you know, your own power, and you're going to apply it when having to work through this change, this transition, okay? You know your personal power, and you're going to see everything on the table as this Magician has, and be like, this is what I need to do to make it work for me, okay? As I say with this card, you're going to utilize all the tools in your toolbox to help usher in this change. Like I said, I feel like you're a little resistant because it's fear-induced, it's change, but at the same time, I feel like you're practical. You can look at something and be like, it needs to happen, and I can be flexible enough to work through it at my own pace, is how it feels. Yeah, okay. And also, you got the Five of Cups. Okay, so there is a sense of loss, and with any change, there's positives and negatives, right? I'm kind of drawn to this square stone on my wall here. It says, peace. It does not mean to be in a place where there's no noise, trouble, or hard work. It means to be in the midst of those things and still be calm in your heart. Okay, so take that for what it is. I just was drawn to say that. So again, with change, there's a little reminder here to be calm in your heart as things might get a little crazy, all right, while you're working through this loss, all right, to usher in some new way of doing things, okay? And that's a blessing for you, okay, that you can recognize this loss and feel it and then be able to move forward. Okay, so let's get you some more challenges there, Taurus. What else do you have for Taurus in August, Spirit? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so here is your card, Taurus. And again, the challenge here is to embrace feeling a little bit out of your comfort zone, okay? Because it's necessary, okay? The challenge here is to be calm in your heart. Like I said, while there's noise and chaos, while things are changing around you, okay? It's to fit your new style coming in. There's some sort of like puzzle piece attaching to the big picture here. Okay, take that for what you will, but I just envisioned that. But we'll look at what Spirit's advice is, how to work through some of this discomfort. All right, so again, you're not going to feel like you're in your element, but the challenge is to embrace it. There's a lesson here. Okay, and we got the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so Spirit's very straightforwardly saying this is not the time for rest and relaxation. There's a real sense of telling you that discomfort is kind of the overall energy for August. But again, it feels like you know how to utilize everything that is being given to you to make it work for you. Kind of like the alchemist, you know, you take something old and you make something new out of it. And I feel like you got the power and the wherewithal to handle whatever this changes for August, okay? So let's get you an old saying to wrap up the reading. What's a good old saying, Spirit? Can help Taurus. Keep calm in the heart while chaos ensues. I'm just kidding, but while you're going through this change anyway. Okay. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. All right, there you go. So again, how you go about this will help either make it a smooth transition or a bumpy one, okay? Let's draw a card for this saying. Can you go a little deeper, Spirit? Let's see. The moon. Interesting. The reason this is happening is because something is going to be revealed to you through your intuition. It's interesting. There's a dog and a wolf in this image here. And through this change, it feels like here's the old you and here's the new you. You're becoming more wild, more wise, more instinctual. Even more independent in your heart. There's a special message from your intuition coming in. So with this change coming in, there will be a reaction and a transformation will conclude. Okay? I don't feel that this is going to be too difficult for you. It's kind of uncomfortable is what it feels like. It's not like anything you can't handle. There is a sense of loss of the old, like we all feel when things fall away for new things to come in. But it feels like there's some sort of empowerment coming with this new way of doing things coming in, okay? Anyway, Taurus, I hope you liked this reading. I hope it gave you a little insight into what August has to offer. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.